In India, I had this one situation when I was warned by the receptionist of the hotel. He told me, don't go to that street because you will get In this video, I answered the eternal question: which country is better, China or India? Hello and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to compare both India and China as a travel destinations. I was in India for 3 weeks, now I'm 3 weeks in China. And after I published my Indian videos, many people were commenting, you should try China, China is better than India, India is better than China. Today, finally, I can answer this question. So I'm going to compare things like culture, cost of travel, safety, food, how easy it is to get around, things like that. I will be giving points for each category to see which country comes out on top by the end of the video.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, you speak English? Wow, amazing.
Welcome to Zhuhai.
Zhuhai, thank you.
Which country?
Poland.
Oh, Poland.
谢谢.
Where are you live? Where are you live?
Just here in the hotel. 2 minutes walk.
Your family, people.
Friend, one friend.
She is my sister.
Ah,
Long time in Zhuhai.
1 week.
1 week. Oh, 才1个礼拜.
Photo? Together.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Naturally, starting with hospitality, I would say both Chinese and Indian are very welcoming. It is easy to meet new people, make new friends, but in this topic, India sometimes is a little bit too much, but for now, both point for India and China. I'm actually hungry, so let's check out the street food. Crossing the road seemed to be fine.
Can I have this?
In China, I never know what I'm ordering, but most likely it's always good.
Wow. How much is it? 20. 谢谢.
Damn, look at this. Spaghetti with potatoes and beef. When it goes to the taste, I have to say I love both. Chinese and Indian cuisine are super delicious. When it goes to the prices in India, you can easily find a meal which is under $1. For all the time I've been here in China, I had zero problems with my stomach. And after eating street food in India, I almost died. Hygiene when it goes to the street food and those kind of local restaurants is way better than in India. That's why point for China. The one tiny minus for the Chinese food, for me, it's too much oil. But I still enjoy it a lot. And of course, seeing those online videos, you might say, yeah, don't eat the street food, you have to go to the better restaurant. But actually not. Even in the really good restaurant, my friend got food poisoning. So it's not always about the price, but about the hygiene in the restaurant.
It's good. Thank you. 谢谢.
So to get to my next location, I need to use the internet. And that might be the problem in China. So here there is something called the Great Firewall of China. It's kind of censorship. To access Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, you will have to use the VPN. And from my own experience, I can tell it's not always working as it should. Sometimes it's very slow, sometimes you will still have connection problems. And in India, the internet is working normally. 1 point for India.
你真没见过黑社会哈！妈的！
So to navigate the city, the Google Maps won't work here. You need to use local maps, A-maps. Many times the English names won't work, so you need to use translator. For me, in general, those maps are way more difficult to use. That's why India scores again. A city transportation, but let me grab this bike first. Just scan. 3 days for $50. Yeah, let's do it.
So peaceful.
I'm in the city called Zhuhai. It's a random city next to the Hong Kong and Macau. There is the big chance that you never heard of it. Population of that city is 2.5 million, and actually this is the first Chinese city which I visited that it doesn't have a metro. That's why I'm using a bike. Exercises are a big thing in China, but to compare the transportation, I would say here is way more convenient. Many metro lines, buses, bikes, and the traffic is not so crazy. Hi. So here I'm chilling on the bike like this. Meanwhile, the streets in India looks like that. That's different direction though, by the way. Oh. 1 point for China.
Are you crazy? Bloody bastard!
I'm not sure if it's a ship or is it a hotel, restaurant. Look at this view. They have a huge UFO and a helicopter here. This is some advanced fishing technology. Wow, here you have costumes and the platforms to do some epic photo shoot. Even that one is pretty random, I would still say it's a huge city. So in China there is something like rating of the cities. First tier cities are the best ones in China. Biggest, most developed, the richest city. This one is actually considered as the second tier city. But even here you will find some futuristic and interesting solutions. Beautiful. So the building behind me. Hi. Take a picture? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the building behind me is an opera house, and in all Chinese cities I saw some crazy architecture. So in general I would say that Chinese cities has way more to offer than Indian ones. You will always find some interesting places, plazas, parks, shopping malls. I found India's cities being like crowded, difficult to travel, and besides of the historical part there were not so many spots like this to visit. Sometimes even those Chinese cities might feel empty, like here I'm by myself. In India it never happened. You're always surrounded by billions of people. That's why I point for China. English and language barrier. Let's check it out.
Hi, how are you today? Do you speak English or?
No.
No. Okay, sorry.
That was a hard no.
Yeah, we compared before, but actually in China is food street.
Not a street food.
You see, for example, here it's super empty already. I liked your dress. Your dress. It's cool. You speak English or? No. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Let me check this area. So this is the problem in China. Even though those first ladies from the beginning of the video, they were able to speak a bit of English, normally that rarely happens.
Well, there is a beach here and people are swimming, maybe. That's cool. Hi. How are you? Good? Yeah. See you guys.
So the people here, they want to talk to you, but really most of them doesn't speak any English. So in India I met way more English speaking people than here. Even on the basic level, like very simple, like hey, how are you? Most likely in India they will understand, and here literally none. But for this one, point for India.
I need to get out of here somehow. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. How are you? You speak English or no?
No.
Oh, there is somebody swimming there. Natural landscapes. So as you could see, here we have the city, but the city is surrounded by the mountains, by the forest, parks.
Sorry for the interruption, but the guy was tightening the girl's shoelaces. So from where I noticed, Chinese cities are way more green. There are more parks, more nature surrounding the urban areas. Of course, the both countries are super huge and they have many magnificent spots. I've been to Mussoorie in India, which is next to the Himalayas. That's a beautiful place, but still it wasn't so convenient. There was a lot of pollution, a lot of people, but here the national park which I visited in China was way more mellow. And here easily 1 minute away I have a beautiful forest, jungle, peaceful and quiet. That's why 1 point for China. Public toilets, normal human situation, not only when you're vlogging. Let's investigate.
So we have a park here. It took me literally 30 seconds to find the toilet. I like the switch. Let's see. Okay. Hi. Okay, it is quite clean. There is a paper. All right, no, we don't have a horror scenes here.
So the guy was smoking a cigarette, but this is normal here in China. But in general, this is way better than in India. I can wash my hands, my face. And the public toilets in India were a disaster. These ones are way better. That's why 1 point for China. Convenient.
All right, let's continue this lovely drive.
Very peaceful.
Another nice looking toilet. And another one. Easy.
I am enjoying a lot.
He is looking for a trash, but there is none. Right now I'm driving by the river. I lost my phone! Stairs to the river.
Okay, this one was pretty obvious, but let's check how clean the streets are.
So I just stopped by a really random place. The street has zero trash. There was a guy who was segregating the trash and now he's taking it away. Here there is a residential area. I would say pretty old type for the Chinese standards. Okay, we have one piece here, maybe he missed it. Except of that, I don't see any. Every neighborhood like this has the place to segregate the waste. Moreover, there is a sink with the soap and with the fresh water. Next to the buildings there is a small plaza park and it's crystal clear. Streets and common areas are always kept clean and neat. Wow. Entrance to the underground tunnel.
More clean than the hospital in Delhi. Brutal to say, but true. When it goes to cleanliness, China is light years ahead. 0 points for India, 1 for China.
Here's the deal. Listen.
There is no deal. There is no deal.
Let me explain it to you, sir.
There is
Let
no
me explain
deal.
it to you.
There is no deal.
I continue a journey through those clean streets.
Religion and spirituality and spiritual life. It is a very personal topic, but let's mention it.
So I'm here in front of the Christian church, which looks abandoned.
Because I couldn't find any nearby temple. So when I typed temple in English, the closest one was really far away. I really rarely see temples or churches in China. So for example, let's say you don't believe in any god or your religion is different than majority of China or India. Here in China, I see almost zero impact of the religion on a daily life. I also don't see people on the street praying, singing, doing some religious rituals. In India, it's very complex. There are many religions, many different followers, and the rituals can be seen frequently. So as a matter of traveling, in India you can be easily distracted by some practices which not necessarily you're interested in.
Please, thank you.
India 0, China 1.
Easy life in the neighborhood. I think somebody lost their keys and somebody else put them here.
So they can be easily found.
Wow, let's check out this cool tree by the river. Oh, there is an altar, but very small one. I mean, I'm not sure what is it.
So you can let me know in the comments.
I don't know if that's necessary, but let's compare rivers in those countries.
So this is a random river in China. Meanwhile, this is the random river in India.
But it's not a pleasant swim. The Ganges is one of the world's most polluted rivers.
You know who gets the point.
The noise and the chaos on the streets.
While China can be a little bit noisy sometimes, But also most of the times it's pretty normal. Not too noisy, not too much chaotic. Meanwhile, the noise on the Indian streets, it's another level. Sorry. 1 point for China. I will return the bike now. A street animals issue. Here we have elephants, but they are not real. I'm looking for a cat or dog now for like 10 minutes and it's hard to find. People are stopping, which rarely happens in India. Nice. You see? Easy. Okay, but where are the dogs? Maybe they were gambling. There is one dog there. That's the first one I saw in half of the day. Yes! I see the dog. The dog is entering the store, but he has the owner. Oh, so cute! So cute! Bye bye. Yeah, it took me literally like 20 minutes to find one. So here in China I can rarely see dogs or cats on the street. There are no city animals walking freely on the roads. If there is a dog, he has the owner. Meanwhile in India it's a different story. You can see all kinds of animals on the street, including the famous cows. 1 point for China. Safety during your travels. So I've been traveling India for 3 weeks and to be honest I didn't have any dangerous situations. But I was all the time on alert. There are so many people approaching you and you cannot know their intentions. Today only one lady approached me to take a photo. In India it could be one person a second approaching you. Here as you can see it's very safe during the night, wherever, whatever district, and most likely everyone is minding their own business. Most likely people are looking at me. But that is nothing annoying for me. In India I had this one situation when I was warned by the receptionist of the hotel. He told me, don't go to that street because you will get I cannot say the word. So for a solo traveler, I would say China is super chilled. India is also not so dangerous, I would say, but that would be probably different for a woman. China, 1 point. Alright, cash versus digital payment. Let me try. It is windy here. Can I have one? 谢谢. Mishue ice cream are super cheap and good. So now I paid by cash, but most likely people are not using cash here. So there are many places in China where paying by cash is difficult. They don't have a change, they don't accept it. Meanwhile in India I never had a problem paying with cash. So for the first time travelers, those online payments, especially when the internet is not working perfectly, might be more difficult. Plus I'm an OG, I like cash. Cash is king. So actually on this one I'm going to give 1 point for India. Dating in China or India? That's a tough one. Let me try to approach a woman first. Would you like to go on a date with me? Yeah, most likely you will see young mothers. Sorry, do you speak English?
A little bit.
Little bit?
Yes.
How are you?
What?
Yeah, I'm just walking around. I'm new in the city. I was wondering, I'm looking for friends.
Okay.
I was wondering if you would like to hang out with me.
No, I must go home now.
All right. Thank you. Sorry for bothering you. Bye-bye. Wow, that was a super awkward pickup line. I had my translator prepared, but I think I got nervous because the girl actually spoke English. Yeah, so that was a fail and I got rejected by a Chinese girl. That's life. You have to keep on trying. In general, I would say the language barrier, the cultural barrier might be a problem here in China. It is actually not so easy to meet a girl, go out for a date. In India, yeah, it's totally different culture from the Western. But when I was doing the interview in central Delhi, the girls were actually a bit easier to approach.
You're good. No. Yeah, definitely. You are looking handsome.
And I even went for a Tinder date with Indian girl. For meeting girls, going on Tinder dates, I would say both of those countries, India and China, are maybe not the best. For sure, women in Southeast Asia like Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam are probably easier to approach. But of course it's different for a woman. If you're a Western girl, you will have millions of followers in India, if that's what you like.
Beautiful view. I can't even see the water.
So even though the both countries are not the best dating spots in my opinion, I will give the point for India.
Your name is Beauty. Pretty. You are very pretty.
I'm entering my luxury Jinfeng hotel and let's talk about the money. Look at this lobby full of wine.
Unfortunately, I don't drink anymore. So both of the countries are pretty affordable for traveling. On a budget, it's easy to spend less than $20 per day. China looks modern and futuristic, but it's actually still very affordable. If we will consider only the prices, not the quality, then India is cheaper. So that's why 1 point for India.
But let's check my hotel room.
Very nice.
Okay, so as you could see, that's very basic room, but I do have a painting, a big window, TV, and a very decent toilet. The floor is dry, but yeah, be careful because it gets wet. It is not the newest, but it is clean, it is neat, and I don't feel any dirt.
And for that hotel room I paid $12. And it is very easy to get hotels at this price in China. So a $12 hotel in Paharganj, New Delhi looked like this. In China you can easily also find the hotels for $7-8, and trust me, they will be more clean than in India. For example, that's a $20 hotel in Chongqing.
Now we are on the 33rd floor.
And that's a $20 hotel in Delhi, India. Look at this.
I mean, the floor is dirty. You can feel the dirt in every corner.
Cold already. So Chinese hotels are cheap, clean and neat. And in my opinion, the Indian ones are dirty, pricey for its quality. Not worth it. 1 point for China.
Wherever I am, I always try to enter the rooftop.
So it's the time for the conclusion. During the whole video, I tried to keep the judgment as objective as possible. And based on the points, the winner is... And now it's the time for my personal opinion. China is 1 billion times better than India on all of the aspects. Basically, the major factor is convenience. Traveling in China is very convenient. Of course, there will be some difficulties. Many things actually annoyed me, but that's most likely every country in the world. On the other hand, in India, I was annoyed by literally everything. Ordering a hotel was taking forever, and after 3 hours of research, it turned out to be a scam. Here, it takes 3 minutes. Same with taking a train. It took me 2 days in India to get the train tickets, while here in China, it takes me few seconds. And of course, people are friendly, but sometimes they are too friendly. If you are approached by 1,000 people a day, you will get a headache. I'm begging you, do yourself a favor and don't travel to India. Travel to China or any other country instead. But in the end, that's just my opinion. It's you to decide which country is better. But if you want to know all the things that pissed me off in India, I recommend you watching my I'll Never Return to India video. Thank you so much for today, and actually this is the last video from Chinese series, at least for now. I'm going to change the country and I promise you, you will be surprised. So stay tuned. Likes, subscriptions and comments are very much appreciated, and see you in the next video from somewhere around the world. Peace. Peace out.